Everybody come into this channel and it... Okay, no, stop. Hey everyone, it's Mya here, and I am back with another video. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you love it here. Feel free to click the subscribe button right down below to join the community and stay updated with all of my future uploads. And if you are returning, welcome back to my channel. Much love to you all. As you probably all can tell by the title and probably while you click this video, you probably want to learn more about Morocco, what I did there. Now this video is going to be touching on all of the cities I went to in Morocco and basically my experience as a whole. So you guys will be seeing pictures and videos and me basically explaining what we did there and you guys physically being able to see all of the activities. So I'm super excited to share this video with you all. Give it a big thumbs up before we start if you guys are looking forward to seeing this. At any point in the video, feel free to comment down below any questions, any comments, any lingering thoughts, anything. Any suggestions. I take them all in the comments and I really love the interactive comments, guys, so feed me with a lot of comments down below. But before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that bell to stay updated with all of my future uploads. And without further ado, let's get straight in this video because this is going to be like a whole...
Cut the cameras.
This is going to be like a whole John Green crash course. We're going to be talking a little fast here. I'm just kidding. It's not going to be that fast, but it's going to be pretty fast, so pay attention. Don't blink. You'll probably miss something. Without further ado. So guys, before I even like started recording, I created this whole thing of like I created this whole thing with notes about what I want to talk to you guys about for each city. So I'm super excited because in the first video you guys didn't really get to see much of what I did there at all. You guys basically just seen my travel and my first day. So the cities are probably gonna be a little bit out of order and the dates and stuff, but I just want to make sure that you guys pretty much get a gist of everything that I did because we did jump around from place to place. As you all know, I traveled from New York to Casablanca, Morocco. If you guys watched the last video, you know that I traveled to Casablanca, but I didn't stay there for the entirety of my study abroad. I actually stayed in Rabat. So on one of my last days in Morocco, I actually traveled to Casablanca and we visited the third biggest mosque in Africa, which is truly amazing. I don't want to talk too much right here because honestly I can't really speak to how beautiful the mosque was. It was like extravagant, it was ginormous, and it had beautiful architecture. And so right here I'm gonna just insert some clips, let you guys watch and get a feel of what I felt because truly it's like indescribable. So So basically that's what we did in Casablanca. Literally I traveled there on my first day and then I traveled to Rabat, and then on like the last week of programming we traveled to Casablanca to visit this mosque, and it was truly the most beautiful thing ever. So as you know, my homestay was in Rabat, so I stayed in the Old Medina. Like if you guys watched my first video, you guys know I stayed in the Old Medina, which is the old city, and I was actually about 10 minutes away from the beach. So literally we would either go to the beach often, like throughout my stay I would like visit the beach, or literally to like go to different places you would walk along the beach or things like that. So I definitely got a lot of the beach. I took all of that in. The water there was so beautiful, so pure. And yeah, the beaches there are amazing. Another thing to know about Rabat is that they have a really huge nightlife. You could go out at like 12 in the morning or 1 in the morning and everyone will like literally still be up. It's like also, it kind of reminded me of New York in that way, where like it's like the city that never sleeps. So I would go out, I'll be out late, like 11:40 something, and everyone would like still be outside. So I definitely enjoyed that about it. But that's just something for you all to know. Like they have a very active nightlife there. This is truly where everything from here forth is where we did a lot of the activities. It truly got juicy, so stay tuned, all right, to the very end, because you guys do not want to miss any of this. So the first place we're going to touch on is Chefchaouen. We actually went to Chefchaouen on my birthday, July 14th. So a girl did not tell anyone it was her birthday until like the end, and so one of my friends like told the program leaders, and they ended up doing like a little birthday celebration at the end, which I'll touch on. But let me stop talking about that. When we traveled to Chefchaouen on my birthday, July 14th, and we literally had a beautiful view on the way. It was a lot of mountains, a lot of trees, like I think it was olive trees, and it was just a beautiful sight, and I was just like so amazed by this. So yeah, we had a beautiful view of the entire city before we actually entered into Chefchaouen. Chefchaouen is literally like all blue, and if you're wondering why Chefchaouen is all blue, I'm not 100% sure, like accurate, but according to my tour guides and my research, one of the reasons why the city is all blue is because, one, the light blue color it keeps the temperature very cool inside of the house. Technically, Morocco is like really hot compared to a lot of other places, and there's a lot of sun, so by just basically painting everything blue, it keeps the temperature inside cool. In Chefchaouen, there's a lot of shops in that area. It's actually where I did a lot of my shopping, but there are shops that sell traditional dresses, there are shops that sell jewelry, bags, a lot of touristy things such as like keychains, magnets, bags, like handbags, things of that nature, like knitted bags, and then like a lot of like Morocco merch. So if you go there, just like expect to like have a lot of like shops and things to look forward to. And while we were there, we hiked up to the Spanish mosque in Chefchaouen, and that truly gave us a good view of the city. We literally stayed out like till nighttime. We stayed out like past the sunset, so we got to see the beautiful sunset. I'll like insert all of that here for you guys. Well, the hike up was pretty hot but it was definitely a great exercise, I guess. And while we were sitting there, a bunch of goats came through and like started running, and it was just really cool. There's a lot of like stray dogs there as well, so it's just like a bunch of dogs walking around, and like people will like give it food and stuff. And then that night we went to get some dinner, and that's where I had like some really good spaghetti at this place. I do not remember the name of the place, sorry guys, but I had some really good spaghetti. And then that's when my friend told the program leader that is my birthday, and they got me like this little dessert, and it tastes so much like coffee. Like I don't know why, but it just like had like taste of coffee. I personally, as a person who likes coffee, enjoyed that, so I was so happy. It tastes so good. And basically that's how I spent my birthday, which is a fun fact for you all, but it was amazing and an unforgettable experience. Literally all of this is unforgettable. You probably hear me say that like 20 times throughout this video. On day 2 of Chefchaouen, we did a hike to God's Bridge, and so we hiked alongside this river that flows below God's Bridge, and it was like a very intensive hike, y'all. Like we were climbing uphill. It was a little steep. It was low-key like a rock climbing kind of situation as well. And there was like water, the water from the river like sometimes flow onto like the area of the hike. and it was a little slippery. All right, let me stop. It was very slippery. So if you don't wear hiking shoes, you about to go down for real. Cause I wore my Air Forces, and let me tell you guys, if you go there with Air Forces, you are in for an awakening. I personally don't hike, which is probably why I was struggling so much, but literally that was like the hardest thing ever. So we like did like this like little hike to God's Bridge. And one thing about it is once you get to God's Bridge, which is like this like huge bridge like over you and then right under is the water. Once you get to once we got to God's Bridge, we went into the water, and let me just say, it's the coldest water I ever went into, ever touched, ever felt. It was ice cold. I think it was colder than getting into an ice bath. It was freezing. I was in there for quite a while, and then my feet got like really numb, and I was like, But if you're like a person who you know, is into water sports, or if you're like into sports in general and you take ice baths, if your body's like used to cold temperatures, that'll be fine. Because some people are just swimming and doing their thing and the cold water doesn't bother them. And then it was people like me who clearly isn't used to all this cold water, and I was like freezing. So yeah, definitely if you're gonna go to God's Bridge, be prepared for the cold water. But also it's such a beautiful view. Like, be open to the fact that even though you're gonna be hiking, you're gonna have like such a good view of everything. That afternoon we had free time, so we went shopping in Chefchaouen, and basically in that area there was like performances and stuff. And then there's like a lot of ladies who do henna, and they were just like showing us the book and whatnot. So I was looking at the henna tattoos, and then I guess she thought I was taking too long, so she pulled me. She's like, "Miss Ma'am, you come here." But yeah, I got a henna, and it was so beautiful. And yeah, she started freestyling, but her freestyling was really cute, so I was like, "Oh, okay." And then my third day in Chefchaouen, I also wore my traditional dress that I bought in Chefchaouen for 250 dirhams. Basically, one US dollar is equal to 10 dirhams, and so basically I spent 25 US dollars for the dress, but 250 dirhams there. And it was just like a traditional Moroccan dress. It was super beautiful, loved it. I literally took so many pictures in it, and I rocked that dress at a little, you know, walk, whatever. And I literally it was just so beautiful. And that dress I actually did bargain for. That one was like 300 and something. Yeah, I got a beautiful dress from Chefchaouen, and so if you're looking for like traditional dresses and stuff, you can definitely find some in Rabat. You can find traditional dresses all over, to be honest. With Chefchaouen and Rabat, like in my opinion, had really, really nice dresses that you could shop for. And then the next place we went to was Marrakech, but before we officially made it to Marrakech, we had stopped at a hotel in Chichaoua. It's my bad if I mispronounced that. Chichaoua. I'll put it on the screen for y'all. But we stopped like 2 days at a hotel in that area. And super crazy, we happened to run into a festival right in Chichaoua, which is amazing. Just a little context, these festivals actually don't happen that much anymore. One of the main reasons being because of COVID, because there's like so many people and everybody's like packed on top of each other, like COVID spreading. So they don't really do them that much anymore. But we happened to run into one. I was like, ah! I was so shocked. I did not expect this, because we were just walking back from like a little walk around the town, and then we heard the music playing, and there's just people here, and they were just like, they were doing their thing. And so it was like a festival almost, and I think it was like a celebration for Eid, because Eid had just like passed, and they were just playing music on like all these different instruments, and they were singing, and it was just like such a beautiful community. And so yeah, we did that. We were there for like a good hour, not even, maybe a little longer, but we were just there partying with them, and I just, yeah, it was so fun. We also had a group come to the hotel, and they put on a beautiful performance, and so like I'll insert that here. And then we finally made it to Marrakech with 112 degrees. My goodness, my phone literally overheated. Like, I'll put a picture right here. The weather out there was very much hot. It was very much hot, y'all. But we rode four-wheelers or quads. We rode through the desert, and there's like a lot of like bumps and things in the ground, and we just like swerved in. We did this thing on the quads where it was like the group would be driving, and then we would all slow down and like wait for them to get far, and then we just all start going so fast, and we're like and the breeze felt so nice. We did have helmets on, which made it a little bit hot in the 112-degree weather, but it wasn't bad. I literally would do it again and again and again. It was like it was just so fun. And then we eventually visited something called the Square, which is basically like a shopping area. It's a touristy kind of area in Marrakech. And the Square is like this huge space where people do like performances. So like if they have like any talent you have, you can bring it to the Square. Usually the Square is filled to the max, and you have to like crawl through people. But because of COVID, you know, traveling restrictions and things like that, we came to Morocco around a pretty empty time, so literally we got the best experience of everything, especially because there wasn't that many people. So when we got to do pictures, we got to fully see like the mosque and things. So definitely going around this time of year was beneficial for us, because we didn't have, with COVID, everything was definitely more safe, but also just like really empty and easy to get to things. Once you go beyond the Square, there's a shopping area there. So like if you want to get like spices and herbs, or if you want to get like fresh juices, if you want to get like, if you want to go to like any like gift shop type of stores to get like keychains, magnets, anything like that, they have that there. And then they had like this really fancy restaurant. They had more than one, but they had like fancy restaurants there. The next day we zip-lined across the longest zip line in Africa, right in Marrakech, and the view from up there was beautiful. It was amazing. It was horrific. I'm really trying to come up with more words to describe how great this experience was. It's so funny, but literally it was the longest zip line ever. And fun fact, I got stuck. This is the same zip line that Tom Cruise went across, and so as you guys know, that zip line is very long, and I apparently didn't position myself right. But I'm gonna insert the clip right now of me doing the zip line.
Oh, that was clean. Okay,
I want to get put.
Rach just made it, bro.
He
was just like, I got it.
Like, some people are not ready. Let's go.
No, wait.
2.
You can do it. Yeah. Oh my God. She's already spinning.
Oh no.
No, Maya, no.
She got it.
Because Rach is lighter.
Maya might.
So when it gets uphill, it's better.
You see, I did good in the beginning, y'all. I was not ready, but I did good. And then at the end, I literally got, I stopped, and I had to pull myself up the rest of the zip line. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to show you guys that, but I'll put it in the video just so you guys can get the full experience of how terrifying that was for me.
Reach further! Oh my gosh, please take a video of that. Keep going!
More drama, please.
But as y'all can see, that was no joke. And the guy's like, more drama, please. And I'm like, no more drama. Do not come for me, sir. Mind you, it's a random guy recording that video. Like, the quality is not that amazing, but like to even have that video on my camera is so funny. It's like so embarrassing because it's like random guy is like, oh my god, this American is so dramatic. Let me capture this. Finally end with Saleh. We did one thing in Saleh, and that was the mosaic and pottery workshop, which was very exciting. I personally did not do the pottery, but I'll insert a video of the pottery. And then I did the mosaic, which is basically when you take the rocks and you place them, and then yeah, the outcome was not what I expected at all. But I will say that literally creating the mosaic was so challenging. But yeah, that was like like the main cities that I went to. So it was Casablanca, it was Rabat, where I stayed with my host family, Chefchaouen. It was Marrakech, it was Chichaoua, and then it was Saleh. So I went to about 6 or 7 different cities out there. Some of which I did not really get like much content, but all the ones I did get content for is the ones that I shared with you all in this video. I hope that you all got an idea of what Morocco is like in terms of the different cities. Comment down which city you guys think you enjoyed learning most about, or seeing the activities that I did there. Comment something that surprised you. If you've been to Morocco, what are your favorite spots out there? Subscribe to see more Morocco related content, as well as back to school content, as we're nearing our back to school days. A girl is a senior now. So make sure you guys subscribe so you guys can definitely join me on this amazing journey. Feel free to click the link in the description box down below to access my cosmetics website, where I sell vegan/cruelty-free cosmetics for low and affordable prices. If you are looking for some lip scrubs or some glosses, they're all there. Much love, guys. Till next time.